All right, y'all. Look, man, it's the after show. It's the after show. It's the after show. It's the after show. Yes, after show. We here, man. We here. We here. It's after show. It's the after show, man. It's the after show. Uh, what can I say? I got my man Retro in the building. We're gonna have some people coming up to the stage. Hey, Retro, what a
Yo,
topic, man. What a topic. The after show of episode 234. Uh, the after show conversation. The episode was about did Cat Williams expose the truth in comedy? And man, we had a nice, lively conversation there at the end, and we're gonna try to get some more people to come back up to the stage. We're gonna try to get Tay Rob back up here and Steve Turner back up here to continue what they were saying. Um, but bruh, give me your thoughts, man. Give me your thoughts, man. Like we were just talking some real stuff here, like
oh,
the
facts, facts.
the gender pay gap. There was some stuff you wanted to say when Steve was bringing up that just work harder. If you don't like the opportunities, then just leave. And do your own thing. I mean, listen, man. Tell us what you were saying about you're raising girls. So tell us
Man,
what you were saying about
I
how
get
that
what
go.
I get what he's saying though, but at the same time, bro, like father raising four girls, I'm gonna do everything possible to put them in a better position because I know out here for a fact that it is a difference in the pay grade in the pay scale, man. Men get paid more than women. It's no secret. Athletes, you can go back to basketball. So y'all was just talking about like Hollywood. I mean, let's go all the way. Let's break it all the way down.
Mm-hmm,
Professional sports.
mm-hmm.
Um, I can't state doctors, but I'm probably sure somebody did a research. Pretty sure that a man doctor will probably get paid more than a female doctor. If you break it all the way down. But like I said, for me, it's just like I know at the end of the day that I don't want my ladies depending on the guy for their money. So I'm gonna put them in position, me running my own business, to hire them to do real estate, to answer the phones, to teach them the game. You know what I'm saying? So like he was kind of saying, Steve was saying, so you can kind of have your own job. But as me, as a father, and a black father at that, four girls, man, I got you, bro. I wouldn't feel comfortable if I didn't show them the ropes, bro, in the game. And they know the difference too. My daughters know the difference. The oldest is 20, she's in college. My youngest is 12. They know what's going on. Everyone knows the difference in the pay scale, man.
Yeah. So Tay, we live on the after show. This is after dark.
Yes, sir.
And the after show after dark, and we were just talking about pay gap, man. Should men help women bridge the gender pay gap?
Definitely. I don't think we're going to get there without it. It's going to take the coming together and the merging of resources and support. I don't think we can do it without our male counterparts. And the unfortunate thing is, I think that we find ourselves playing into these gender wars. But at the end of the day, we need each other. What world can you live in where women don't need men and men really don't need women? It
Right.
doesn't exist. It doesn't. So to get wherever we're trying to go, even with the pay gap, we're gonna have to employ the support and assistance and resources of our male counterparts.
Even go back to the teachers. I'm pretty sure we can look up something.
Mhm.
It's probably what 85% female teachers versus man
Uh-huh.
teachers.
Hmm.
Yep.
Okay, everybody hollering this. Pay the teachers. Shut up. Leave me alone, man. Pay the teachers, man. Pay the teachers at
Yeah.
the
Very
end of the
simple.
day. Pay them for what
Yep.
they're really worth for dealing with your kids, dealing with our kids, and the stuff that they got to deal with when we at work and we making money to earn. We earning money, and the teachers feel like, hey, we doing this, and we pay the ladies, man. That's all I'm gonna say, man. You got to pay the ladies. Make it make sense. Like I don't know if you heard Miss Lady, but I was even saying in sports. I know we was talking about y'all were talking about, I guess, Hollywood that kind of ticked it off with the pay scale. But we can go back to the NBA and the WNBA.
Yep.
Right? Now you might can say, yeah, the schedules, this, that, and the third. Well, okay, then the ladies can say, give us the same schedule. We want the same pay raise. Then y'all gonna go say, the stadium's not filled up. Why? Because you're not doing the advertising for the ladies to fill the stadium up. So been going on for years and years. Like I said, it's not gonna. She said, it's not gonna change unless we change it, and
Yeah.
people start standing up and making it fair for everybody. Because we do need everybody at the end of the day. I don't know about y'all, but man, I don't want my mama to get paid top dollar, bro. I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
I want my mama, my grandmama, my sister, man. I want my ladies to get paid top dollar because you know why? when you get old and sick, who you think you gonna go off their income? Let me ask you something. When you get sick as the breadwinner in the family, and you've been making all the money as a breadwinner because of the pay scale, then when you get sick, and what you gonna do if your wife or your significant other or your sister or auntie can't take care of you because, like, going back to pay scale, I was getting paid say $80 an hour, and she's getting paid $22. What you gonna do with $22 an hour?
You can't do nothing with it.
So now everything falls back on the lady once again, trying to balance the checkbook, the household, and stuff like that. Me growing up in the South Side of Chicago and being in Atlanta, I did not. Now I work for all this, bro. You know that, cuz. So like we grew up in the bunk beds the whole nine. So like you just never know, man. I like what you said. We need each other, but then when we don't have each other, especially when you marry with your spouse. So guys, y'all telling me, ladies too, it can work both ways. You tell me you don't want your partner to have what you have, and you say I do equally. To death do us part. So you can't fight for your partner. To death do us part. Make it make sense.
Well, we can even talk about the earning potential.
Everything I got.
Well, we talk about the earning potential. It's like, when you become a married couple, you come together. So if he's making $60,000 and I'm making $20,000, then when you bring us together, really, what do we make? We make $80,000. It's if you equal us out, and he's making 60 and I'm at least making 60 now, as a unit, we've raised our earning potential and our financial status to $120,000 a year. And it's so sad and unfortunate that now that we've entered this wave of gender wars, because that's really what you hear. It's all gender war. The women are saying, I don't need a man. And the men are saying, well, I'm the prize. And it's like, you're not the prize, sucker. You are. What are you saying? What are you saying? Do you even hear what you're saying? The prize is not the man. The prize is not the woman. The prize is the actual coming together of the unit. That's the actual prize.
Yeah. Uh-oh. We got Steve Turner.
Hello, guys.
Steve. You got me on speaker. Yep. Yeah, that's on speaker. Because I hear
speaker.
Yeah, I hear an echo. Who's using the speakerphone? Is it Tay or is it Retro or Steve?
No, it's not me.
All right.
It's not me.
Anyway, look, Steve. Yeah, you echoing, bro. Hey, look, we talking about the gender pay gap, man. So we talking about a lot of things. It's the after show, and it's a setting that you got. It's an audio setting, Steve. I know what it is. Yeah, it's an echo, but I ain't gonna worry about it. Hey, Steve, so we just talked about should men help bridge the gender pay gap? Okay, and Retro, give me what you were saying right quick. By the way, Steve, this is on YouTube, so you're gonna be on YouTube in your wife beater eating food.
Some of my best friends are white.
All right, Retro, say what you were saying, man, about raising your daughters and the gender pay gap ain't fair. So,
no, I was going. We was on the show earlier, and Steve, you had brought up a point. You know what I'm saying? I guess you were saying, like, for me, Steve, this is the way I take it, man. I will hope you will want your mom, your sister, or whoever took care of you to get paid the same that you get paid. Because if you ever get sick, you need them. You will want the same pay raise they got, bro. At the end of the day. And I know what you're saying. When you were saying, as far as like, well, you were trying to make a point, it kind of maybe went over my head. Maybe let me know. But when you were saying about, bruh, so let me break it down. So I'm gonna do it like this. I don't like the way you had said when you was like, I guess, if you don't want the job or whatever, you don't have to take. What if that's the only job you can take, bro? What if that's your only job you can take, and that's what you need to take care of your family? But yet somebody getting paid $10 million and $100,000. We talking about on the same pay scale. I'm talking about the same garbage man, the same garbage lady that's doing the same job, the same doctors, female and male. I ain't talking about the acting and this person got 50 academies and this person got one. We talking about everyday life stuff now. So I just want to make sure I'm clear with my audience what I'm talking about, and maybe you can kind of, you know, elaborate what you were talking about earlier. Make sure everyone on the same page.
This is what I was talking about. And this is a fact. I'm the first person in my family born with all rights as an American citizen. Because when my father and mother was born, they had to go through the 60s. There was a lot of stuff. And so now, this is 2023. A black man can marry a white man and nobody will say nothing. But everybody want to complain about what they don't got. A man can go to the woman's bathroom. We are weaklings. Black people are weak and we went backwards. Because more people complain now than they did in the 50s when we really had to grind. Nat Turner's my great-grandfather's great-grandfather. There is no excuse and there's no reason for people to complain as much as they do in 2023. We just weaklings now. Because we wasn't complaining in the 50s. We was grinding. We wasn't complaining in the 60s. We was grinding. In the 30s, we was grinding. Now when they talk about civil rights, they're not even talking about black people. They're talking about the other people. So we're just becoming weaklings. And that's sad. Because we came through too much hardness to come and just complain about everything. We don't get this. We don't get. We didn't have nothing when we came on the boat from Africa to here. But now we get the internet. You can even have relations with a white woman. There's no excuse. Do it. If somebody want to do something, they'll make a way. If they don't, they'll make an excuse. Now, let me ask you one question. If I have a baby right now as a black man, and Donald Trump has a baby right now as a white man, whose baby will be born with the most?
I'm gonna let you respond. Retro, go ahead and respond.
Bruh, I'm still talking about the pay raise. I'm talking about the pay raise. You talking about something totally different. So I'm talking about like so look, a woman, bruh, black or white, since you're gonna bring up race, black or white, a woman is still gonna get paid less than whoever. She's Hispanic or whoever. Bruh, come on, man. Really, bruh? So you telling me everybody got a fair shot in life? Just because you out there getting it and this, that, and the third, you think people ain't got curveballs thrown against them where they just can't, they ain't got that hustle bone in them, bro. Maybe they do need a hand.
Hold up, my bad, Steve. I had you on.
Okay. Look at this.
Mute because of the echo. Go ahead, Steve.
This is why I don't let people make excuses. I'm from the poorest city in America. 54% of the population live below poverty level where I'm from. So again, and I'm gonna get back to the pay gap, but answer one question. If I have a baby right now today, and Donald Trump has a baby right now today, whose baby will be born with the most?
The white baby.
Bullshit. They're both born naked and crying. Everything you get from there is on you. So we have to stop making excuses and get it. Period.
Well, let me say this. And I'm gonna put you on mute, Steve, because it's an echo. I think I hear what you're saying, that all men are created equal, so ain't nobody better than the other person. But if Donald Trump, and I'm being petty because I'm being very literal. If Donald Trump had a baby and I had a baby, that Donald Trump baby is gonna have more than me. Number one, because he's richer than me. Number two, he's a former president, so he's gonna have more. He's gonna come into the world with more, I'll say, potential assets and things he can pull from a family perspective. But I understand what you mean in that they're both created equal. So let me just say this before we even continue. What Steve, what it feels like you're talking about to me is you're talking about people are weak and we're making excuses. Our grandfather's generation and our grandfather's generation was stronger than people in today's world. I think that's what you're saying. And I think, Retro, what you're saying is a totally different point, which is men have to help the women because at some point we're going to need them to cover us if we get sick, if our daughters take care of us when we get older. We're not going to want our daughters and our sisters and our cousins and our moms getting paid less than what they should, even though they got the same skill set as us, because at some point we may need their help. And at some point it's just unfair. So y'all are talking about two different things. He's talking about people are weak and need to not make excuses in this world. And you're talking about systemic pay gap based on gender. Y'all both are right about what you're saying, but I think the two conversations are separate. That's my personal take. Hey, Tay, are you back? Okay. That's my personal take. Steve, what you saying?
I'm saying this. Whatever you say, Everybody is born naked and crying. Donald Trump, baby, don't come out in a limousine. He don't come out in a suit. He don't come out with gold chains. He don't come out with a PlayStation. So what you just said, it makes no sense. Everybody is born naked and crying. Whatever you get from there is
He
on
understands.
you.
He do understand what I'm saying. Then he just not listening. So
However, Donald Trump's child is born with opportunities.
He getting it, Dave. So you trying to clean it up for him. He understand what I'm saying. We on the same page.
Listen to this and understand this. No, this goes to everybody. Just listen to what I'm saying, because like I said, I do it the strong way, not the wrong way. Well, I was out there with this hunter, right? Me and this farmer, we out in the woods. He found this little egg. I didn't know what it was. So he picked up the egg. I was gonna smash him, but this dude, he picked it up. Jimmy, he picked it up and took it back to his farm. Put it under the chicken so the chicken can hatch it, be a little chicken. So the chicken found this egg and it cracked open. And that chicken, boop, it was an eagle that popped out. And so the chicken, it raised this eagle, man. The eagle. So one day when the eagle got real older, he looked up in the sky. He said, God, what's that bright light up in the sky? The other chicken said, oh, man, it's one of them punk ass eagles, man. Don't even worry about them, man. You'll never fly that high, man. We chickens. We just peck down to the ground. Say, all right. So years go by. That chicken, the eagle, see another eagle, see that glisten in the sky. And he said, man, them damn eagles. And that eagle died all them years later, believing he was a chicken, because he never knew how high he could fly, because the weak people on the side could say, yeah, we chickens, we can't do nothing but peck on the ground. Them losers, don't get away from losers. You are an eagle, fly or die, period.
You never heard each one teach one? Someone taught you, right, bro? Someone taught you how to do, so you just came out the womb just hard, just ready to go. You were trained to go, G.I. Joe.
5 languages that I taught myself. Everybody in Cleveland speak English. Chinese, Japanese, Spanish, English, Tagalog. And I say stuff in 18 languages that I taught myself. There is no excuses. I'm the first person in my family who left America. No excuses.
I think you just, I think you just made your own point.
I hear a lot of I though. That's why you like that. I hear a lot of I.
But I think he just made his own point. His story, his eagle story, made his own point. You made your own point. The eagle was surrounded. The eagle became a victim of its environment. It didn't make excuses. It didn't have excuses to make. Why? Because it never had the opportunity. It was void of opportunity. It was attached to something that had already determined that it was not what it was. So here's the difference between Trump's child and our children. Trump's child came into the world with opportunities. Yes, Black children have opportunities. The difference is with the white child, everything in the system is going to align to ensure that that child receives every optimal opportunity to realize those opportunities. That Black child, everything in the system is going to align to ensure that it thwarts every opportunity for that child to exist in its optimal capacity. It's not an excuse. What it is it's an obstacle. So what you want to say is that what we need to be doing is not necessarily not feeding our excuses, but not necessarily being mulled over by our obstacles. You said a whole lot.
Well, nobody who I knew speak nothing but English. I'm from the poorest city in America. Black people don't. We have Ku Klux Klan marches. We got Mayday. Bah! Just punch a white dude. Mayday. Nobody go to jail. But guess what? That's an excuse. That's for real. May 1st. You can Google it. May 1st. Mayday in Cleveland. So I didn't make excuses, and I'm from the hood. All my friends sell dope and is in jail. But guess what? I'm not. I didn't make. There is no excuses, because I go different countries. I'm going different states, different cities, and I taught myself there is no excuses. There's no problem. There's only solutions. Winners don't make excuses. Oh, I can't do it, man. My mother was on drugs, and my father in jail, and my friend got shot in the face. Them excuses. Everybody got problems. Get over it and get it. Period. If you want to win. Now, if you want to lose, you can say, man, the white man against me. But I ain't never seen one white man come and take this is an excuse. I don't make excuses.
I completely agree with you, but being in social work and social services for 31 years, I can tell you that there are some people who never get to that place that you are. You are a diamond, and God bless you. But there are some people whose traumas and adverse childhood experiences, they do stop them. They do impede their ability to see their opportunities. They do affect them in a way that they can't see life without their adversities or their traumas in front of them. There are people in the world who can't see past what they've experienced. They're impacted and even impeded by their environment. So if there's a way or a formula to produce more yous, then that's what you need to be sharing, not necessarily condemning them because they are aware of their circumstances, but telling them how you got out. What did you do? What's the formula?
People do what they want to do. People can do what they want. This is the formula. Do it. What do you think? If I go to a handicapped man's house who can't walk and tie him up and set his house on fire, if he want to live, he gonna figure a way to get out because it's important. Remember, if somebody wants to do something, they will make an excuse. They'll make a way. If they don't, they'll make an excuse. Now, my father never let me say you can't. Can't ain't a word. It's won't. Replace the word can't with won't. Then you won't do it. Because people love to make excuses about this imaginary white man. There is no, look, it's just excuse. I don't make excuses. I make things happen. That's the only way we're going to win. Winners don't make excuses. Remember, every day that gazelle get up and he want to live, so he going to outrun that lion. And the lion want to live, so he going to catch that gazelle. The winner does it. We have opportunities. There is no reason why we should be, I can't do it because I'm black. Do you know that when they say that women didn't have rights, women got their rights before black people? So, but they didn't even talk about black people. So it's just excuse. This is 2024. It's excuse. We can't keep making excuses. Like I said, Nat Turner's my great-grandfather's great-grandfather, and I see the change. I see the growth. There is no excuses. We can't win making excuses. It's sad because nobody else. I'm gonna show you how why we say it. This is why I said black people are the culture. Now it's so sad out in California. White people use the N-word. Everybody use it, and nobody says anything about them. But the only people you have to respect, disrespect in America are black people because we allow it. You can't say the about the men with the broken wrist. You can't say nothing about them. You can't say things about the Asian people. You can't say nothing about the Hispanic people. And nobody complains about that. But that's how propaganda works. Everybody, if you make them feel like they're a victim, they won't do nothing.
I want to jump in right quick, Steve. Everyone is making good points. Everyone. Steve kind of touched on something that Cat Williams said. So I want to play this Cat Williams clip because I think it is perfect in this moment. This is perfect. So basically, Steve, I'm going to paraphrase. Steve is saying, we need to, as black people, not make excuses. In 2023, we're weaker than we were, let's say in 1923, or in 1823. Human beings as a whole did more by their sheer effort and willpower. I hear what Retro's saying. Somebody got to teach you. Someone got to show you the way, right? Retro is showing his daughters the way. He's showing his daughters the way. All he's learning in business and entrepreneurship, he's showing his daughters the way because he don't want them to struggle the way that he knows society might want them to struggle. So I understand both sides. But I do want to say this, y'all. As a person that I used to self-sabotage and I used to make excuses for myself, I remember my homeboy's cousin is a director. Real quick, Steve. My homeboy's cousin is a director in Hollywood. She's directed episodes of The Flash and other things. She's a working director. And I remember when I met her, I said, hey, I'm an aspiring actor. I'm an aspiring writer. I've done a bunch of editing. I would love to make my own movies. Is there any advice you can give me? Is there anything you can point me in the right direction? And she looked at me and said, what have you done? I'm like, well, I haven't. I've done a music video or two, but I haven't really done my own story, wrote it, directed it, and all that stuff. She said, go do something and then come talk to me. And I said, but I'm asking you how to do something. I'm asking you how. I don't know how. I'm asking you how do I do this? And she said, just go do something and then come back. And it's just best if I look at what you've done. And I walked away upset. I walked away like, man, this girl ain't helped me. She didn't do nothing to help me. David is going to say, hey, go get this camera, go get this, production board, go get this, this microphone, go get these cords. I'm going to help. But what she gave me is what Steve is giving, which is that tough love that says, go figure it out. And when you show me you got the willpower and the effort, now I can course correct. Now I can guide. I ain't going to feed you, but you go out there and try, and then I can help course correct, teach you how to feed yourself. That's pretty much what she said to me without saying it in those words. I got mad because I was like, dag, if it was me, I would teach that person and show them and help them struggle and rise them up. But she was more like, nah, you go ahead and kill something. And if you kill it, I'll show you how to clean it. But you got to go get the kill yourself. And I was like, man, but I understand both sides. And I want to play this clip because Kat said something that's super appropriate. Let me bring him back to the screen so y'all can see it. Check out what Kat said.
One thing you can take away from me as a person, whether you like me or you don't, if you take this from me, you will be a better person. If you decide today that you're going to live every day like it's your last for real, which means have a conversation with yourself every night that, okay, that was it. May not be no more after that. And really count yourself every day like this could have been it. All right, before I go to bed, this could be it. All right, how's that looking? If you can do that, it'll change your life. You'll really start making decisions and living your life like this all you got, just this one day. But you could be a winner. You could be a winner on this day. It's just work ethic. And not the work ethic they talk about. They tell you work ethic where they do all these movies. I'm the hardest working man. Well, no, everybody goes to work every day.
Right.
Yeah. Don't say, I go to work all the time. Everybody who works goes to work every day. Shut up. Shut up. You get, what? You think I respect you more than my gardener? I don't. He work every day. Rain or shine. If there's one.
So, there's something to be said about living every day like it's your last. There's something to be said about, treating your first album like it's your last album. That's what how Biggie Smalls put it. You're only as good as your last verse. You're only as good as your last movie. You're only as good as your last customer service engagement. You're only as good as your last episode. You know what I mean? So there's something to that. There's something to that. So I like the no holds barred, no excuses concept, Steve. I really do. But I also come from a place where some people need a little bit more opportunity, a little bit more hand holding, a little bit more teaching. And that's why I put the banner up that said altitude. Is it determined most by your nature or nurture? Like how high you go in life. Is it nature or nurture? Go ahead.
But you missed something. He did exactly what I said. He said, this is the way. If you do this, he gave the steps. He didn't say, you're making excuses. Go out and get it. You got to go. He said, get up every day. Live it like it's your last. If you do this, and you do this step and this step. Some people need the steps. They can conceptualize, but they can't manifest. Some people can visualize, but they can't execute. I can see it, but I can't make my hands bring it to life. You are projecting your crap onto somebody else. Just because you can get up every day and say, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna win. Everybody's not you. And you cannot hold everybody's feet to the same fire. You cannot deflect and project who you are onto someone else. Because if that were the case, it's the same. I say it all the time. If everybody could have a degree, everybody would have a degree. If everybody could be successful, everybody could be successful. If everyone could run a business, we would all have one. If everyone could be a Dave Life with a show, there'd be shows all over the place. Nobody would sleep. We'd all be on YouTube. If everyone could be a millionaire, there would not be 35,000 Black millionaires in America and only 7 billion, 7 Black billionaires in America. So we have to understand something. If these things are truly all about your mindset, you get up, you go, and you do, everyone would do it. We have to understand that there are some of us who need the personal trainer who comes in and says, oh, I ain't got time for no excuses. You came to work or you didn't. We're going to get it done, leave everything on the gym floor, and let's go. And then you need the Tays that show up and say, you can do this. Let's create the GPS that helps you get there the best way, the most optimal way possible. But while we're doing that, let's also include a position for delays. Because guess what else is going to happen on your way to your optimal destination? You're going to experience life. Just because you're a go-getter, life don't stop lifing. You got up and you got it. And I agree with you on I'm a coach, for God's sake. I've been in social work and social services for 31 years. I can tell the client that's going to sit down and end up with the optimal outcome. And I can tell the one that's just sitting here waiting on me to do every single thing for them step by step. But the difference in each one of them is I count them righteous if they show up, because that is the first step. You have to keep showing up.
I like that. I like that. And I want Steve.
Dave, let me ask you this.
I want to say this right quick, Steve. Tay makes a great point about some people need the steps. Some people need the steps. Yeah, I'll just leave that right there. Some people need the steps. There are those that can go find the steps, and there are those that can conceive their own steps. But some people, they need a little bit more. Go ahead, Steve.
All I'm gonna say is this: everybody, I don't care what nobody do. Do what you want to do, but everybody wake up with another opportunity. If you want to do something, you want to do. But people excuses are okay. Let me ask you a question, a simple question. If I go outside and put on, because it's cold outside, if I go outside and put on all my clothes and a winter coat and a hat, and I plant corn seeds, what would I grow then?
Corn.
Okay, that's bad. What if I take off all my clothes and get butt naked and walk outside and plant corn seeds? What would I grow then?
Corn.
Come on, no. If I put on a sweater and I plant corn seeds, what would I grow then?
Corn.
I'm trying to grow watermelon, man. I mean, come on, man.
You need to plant watermelon seeds.
Wow! So don't tell me if you plant watermelon seeds, you're gonna grow grapefruit. Whatever you plant is what you grow. And losers don't plant no seeds, but expecting watermelon to grow. Come on, plant your seeds or die. Period.
Hey, hold on. Before everybody responds, like I said, everyone is making great points, and these points. Hold on, I see you, Retro.
So what you think I'm doing when I'm watering my daughters? Man, you ain't making no sense, bro. You contradicting yourself now, fam.
Hold up, Steve. I got you on mute. Because it's echo. Steve, Retro. I'm gonna play the middle. I'm gonna play the middle because I hear. See, listen, we're having almost three different conversations. Steve is saying, just don't make no excuses and do what you want to do. Mm-hmm. But you're gonna get what you plant. But I don't think that's directed at you. I don't think that's directed at Tay. That's just a general statement.
I'm gonna do timeout, man. I understand what he's saying, Dave. You can't speak for me. I understand exactly what he's saying, bro. I'm planting my. Look, bro. For me to help somebody out, I have to plant my seed, bro. That's just me, bro. He operates totally different, but what I'm not gonna sit up here and let him do is just say me, and I. That's his way of thinking. I get that, bro. And I'm not trying to play devil's advocate or nothing, but people out here really need help, man. Stop playing. You ain't waking up every day Tarzan and just swinging from tree to tree. You got bad days too, bro. And when you got that bad day, I pray to God somebody pick you up. I might be the one to do it. You never know. Might be Dave, might be Miss Lady right here, bro. I don't never block no blessings, bro. I don't think nobody bigger than nobody, bro. Everyone's equal, bro. And that's what I was saying about even the pay rate. Everyone is equal with the pay rate, bro. And if you think everybody always say, oh, everybody got the same 24 hours, bullshit. Everybody ain't got the same 24 hours in a day, bro. Everybody ain't got the same 24 hours in a day. I don't want, oh, you put your pegs there one at a time. All them analogies, bro. That don't move me, bro. Because I'm from the hood. I'm from the south side of Chicago. I got people locked up in gangs and this, that, and the third. I ain't making no excuses. But I know at the end of the day, my people need help. And that's just, we both passionate about what we talking about. But, bro, ain't no way in God's green earth, if I see my people, my cousin, or my sister struggling, I'm not finna help them talking about me. No, bro. If they fall, I'm gonna help them get on up. Because they're gonna come back and get me. That's what's wrong with society. That's what's wrong with society right now, bro. Everyone is for me and self. I did this. I woke up and did this by my own, need nobody. Man, stop playing, bro. Everybody, I'm not saying you, bro. This is the way I talk, but you know how I talk, Stop playing, bro. Everybody need help, man. I can't hear you, Dave. I can't hear you.
Remember this, God gives us the tools we need to survive. That he gives everybody this, we have the tools. A retard have tools. He got a wheelchair. I'm just using it for example. What I'm saying, everybody have tools. We cannot make it. Now, like I said, and like I always love, the reason why I bring up Cleveland so much is because we the poorest city in America. And I go back every year and I do things. I try and teach kids. But the point is, if somebody want to do something, they're going to do it. Losers just don't make, winners don't make excuses. And this is how it goes. Whatever people, and I'm a firm believer. People believe whatever you want to believe. Have a nice time at it. But guess what? Every day is the best day of my life. I was filming a movie when my father died. After leaving my father after he died, I could go back to filming that movie again. Then go bury my father. This is how it goes, man. My father told me, man, you got to push and go. As life goes on, everybody going to have excuses. Problems. Problems come. It's a part of life. Every time. When I was going to film a movie and I crashed my motorcycle. Truck hit me going 50 miles an hour. I was in a coma for a few weeks. And guess what? So they told me that, I was in the coma. After I got out the coma and said, you can't come because we got somebody else. Life happens. Who cares? Let's get it. I don't make excuses. And if you want to win, you can't make excuses. Now, you're free to make excuses if you want to. I know the white man is after everybody and the government is against me and then all this kind of, man, that's just, every day is the best day of my life. And whatever you plant is what you're going to grow. I plant good seeds, growing seeds, and winning seeds every day.
So look, what I was saying was, Retro, I said, one thing I'm not going to do is speak for you no more. Retro was like, oh, you ain't got to speak for me, cuz I don't know.
Like, for real, bro. Like, that just make it make sense, man.
I'm tracking.
Well,
hey, man.
I mean, I think that we all need to also appreciate one of the things that Stephen is saying is that challenges do create champions. It is. It's in our adversities that we find our most character. But here's the thing, though. If it takes just you, I'm going to get up and do, I'm going to do, then why in the devil did God put Adam to sleep and create a helpmate for him? Because he needed help. If you never needed anybody else, if you never need anyone else to get wherever it is that you're trying to go, ever, never, you can do it alone. Then there would only be one human being on this planet. One. Literally, there'd be one human being on this planet. But because it takes a collective effort, it takes for you in your going, and I don't make excuses. You may not make an excuse, but there has to be somebody waiting at the door willing to open it for you when you get there. There has to be somebody willing to take the risk to let you in the back door when you show up. You're not doing anything by yourself. Nothing. Even in your resilience. Somebody showed you a way. Somebody dropped the seed, planted the seed of resilience, and you gathered it, and God granted the increase, and life gave you all the other waters, and everything else came together, and you became this human being, and you have the gift that some people do not ever foster, and that is called there too. Some people do not ever have them. It is resilience and adaptability. And I promise you, if you do not have either, you will not ever ascend to the position that even God has for you. It's not always about going. It's not always about excuses. We could do this all night long. My daughter was murdered. Do you know what I did when my daughter was murdered? I went to the shelter that I worked at. I went to work. Do you know why? Because I'm best when I'm not focusing on myself. If you let me help others, my optimal version of me is produced and matured. If I don't focus on me, the best version of me is what evolves. So I get it. I was in a car accident that put me in a wheelchair for a year. But you know what I never stopped doing? Working. Why? Because I'm a single mother of 3 and I got to take care of my damn kids. You know what? We could keep going. I've experienced the worst that this life could produce for a woman. And I'm talking everything from date rape to you can name it. And I'm still standing here stronger than most women could ever be, period. And it's not because I stand here to make an excuse. It's because I have the ability to be resilient and to adapt to my surroundings. And I take the opportunity that God grants me and I see people for the resource that they are. And I never say to myself that what you've been through is enough to hold you. And being good, there's never an excuse, no matter what adversities you experience. There's never an excuse to do what's easy. You do what's right. So you can say it, I get what you're saying, but you have to also understand that there are people who don't have those 2 main characteristics, adaptability and resilience. You obviously do, but part of what you are and part of your responsibility is to give it back. You have to be willing to stop and give it back, because it's in the giving back that the thing that you are is optimized. Do you even know what the definition of abundance is? It's having all that you need and some to give. The definition of prosperity is being successful in all that you touch. It's not monetary. None of it is about money. It's about being able to access and harness the most plentiful, the most powerful resource that we have here on earth, which is human beings.
Hey, let me jump in and say, first of all, my condolences. I never knew that. I never heard that. I didn't know that. So it's my first time hearing about your daughter. So I'm so sorry. That's
Thank you.
rough. Let me I did the wrong thing. Hit the wrong button. Let me do this real quick. So look, this has been good. This has been good, and it's been the after show. This is great conversation. Everyone has made great points, and everyone has something to stand on, because I think everybody was making good individual points, and I think collectively we can all get something from what everyone said. So we don't even need to respond, because what Tay said stands alone, what Steve said stands alone, and what Retro said stands alone. So what I think I want to do, since we've gone another 45 minutes, I think I want to go ahead and shut this one down. What y'all think? Is that cool? Okay. All right, I'm gonna do that. And look, and we're gonna leave it here. I don't even think we all need to say anything except peace, because everybody said a lot. All right. So Retro, appreciate you, Steve. Appreciate you. And by the way, Steve,
Retro.
Tay Rob said, I like Steve. Bring him back. I like conversation. So it's
Right.
all love, y'all.
She did, Tay-Rock. Miss Tay-Rock did say that, Steve.
You're my favorite. You're my favorite.
I love y'all, man. Conversation rules the nation. And tomorrow, that's why I say best day of my life, and tomorrow gonna be better.
Absolutely.
Hey man,
Look,
I
if
think
you
we all
fall
said
down,
some good
if
stuff.
you fall down, I'll be there to pick you up.
I told that to that fat woman at IHOP, and I almost picked her up, but they came with the machines and stuff like that. But I'm gonna pick her up next time with Tay's help. That's my cousin. Rick, we gonna get him, Retro, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Hey man, for real, just so that the audience know, I hit the wrong button. Just so the audience know, man, it's all love. We all having fun. It's a great lively conversation. Retro, hey Steve, I hit the wrong button. I didn't mean to exit you out that quick, but thank you, Steve. Retro, thank you so much, Cuzzo. Tay Rob, thank you so much, man. Hey, everyone, follow us. This is the After Dark. This is the after show of episode 234. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Follow and subscribe to all of us on Instagram and YouTube. And we're here, man. All right. It's Dave Life. I appreciate y'all. Thanks, everybody.
Hey, Rob. Peace.
All right, y'all. All right. Yep. Man, this was a good one. This was a good one. What can I say? All right. Whew. Your boy is tired. Good show. It's the after show. It's the after show. We didn't expect for it to go down, but it went down, man. It went down like what do you say? Like a Mexican flying the Taliban is what Steve said. Like Steve is a fool. I can't duplicate his jokes, man. Steve is crazy. Hey, thanks to everybody that joined, man, for episode 234, which was Did Cat Williams Expose the Truth in Comedy? And thank you for everybody that watched the After show. This is the After Dark, the after show. I appreciate everybody, man. It's Dave Life. You want to support the team, you can hit me on Cash App at $DaveLifeTV. Hit me on Venmo at Dave Life. Man, I appreciate y'all. All right, I'll see y'all another day, man. Your boy tired. I got to get up and work my day job. I'll holler at y'all, man. All right. Peace.